Welcome to Ron's Know Yourself podcast. And today we are going to talk about success, health, and sovereignty, and how to love yourself from the fundamentals. I don't know how many times you think about loving yourself. We always think looking in the mirror, saying that I love you. Have you tried that? And also sometimes people ask, what is that tiny habit help your health or help you to be more successful? So we always think, that should be something like a discipline, like exercise, or some supplement. But actually there's something more fundamentally deeper and practical than this. So it really starts with the smallest daily signals, not those big strategies. So most people think success comes from discipline, productivity, and a mindset. Yes, we do need that. And also there's something, let's see, and most people think health comes from food, exercise, supplement, and meditation. Those do matter, but underneath all of them, there is a more fundamental layer, how you relate to help, support, and how you relate to your body, and how you relate to your truth in each micro moment, how you honor your body, how you make your choice, how you speak your voice and not abandon yourself for pleasing others. So I want to walk you through this in 3 parts. The first part is ask for help. So stop holding everything alone. A lot of people I know, including myself, want to be the strong one, right? So we want to be seen as the capable, strong, figures. So one of the biggest hidden stress patterns that I learned is believing that I should handle this myself. But biologically, for thousands of years, human regulate through the beginning. Human regulate through connections. So you don't need to explain everything. You don't really need to tell the full story. Sometimes it's just enough to say, I need some support, or please hold space for me. Can you pray for me? So this simple moment shifts your nervous system from isolated survival mode to safety connection mode. So when you feel more supported, when you feel like actually I can talk to someone, speak to someone can listen, your body feel more supported. So the stress hormone dropped, immune load reduced, and mental clarity improves. I know, and emotional resilience rise. A lot of us are very capable. We can handle so many things on our own, and the new technology allow us to be even more successful for being capable of being we can handle, we can order, deliver, we can have the deliver to our home. We can have the AI doing a lot of work for us. But beneath that, we as human, if we are not connected, we are holding everything inside. And that holding the emotional back is creating invisible internal pressures. And that pressure often show up later as fatigue, illness, or burnout. And I'm serious about this because I learned it hard way. So I'm serious. It can be manifest as sickness and illness. So asking for help, it's not that emotional dependence. It's actually not. It's human. You are a human. It doesn't mean that you're not strong enough or you're weak, which I thought like that before. It is actually a nervous system efficiency. It is connection. You deserve connection. You deserve emotional support. So find the people you trust to support you and just tell them, I need some support. And let them know what kind of support, the action, I need some warm food, or I need maybe I just need a saying hello for me or saying something to me. So I feel being seen. So let them know. And people love to help. Yeah. And you are human. I'm human. We are human. So it's okay to have those vulnerability time. It's okay. Yeah. So that's the number one thing. And it's very important. It will definitely reduce the possibility to be sick. So that's one of the key things. So besides the whatever, the exercise, the food, everything. So the second thing is we need to responding to the body. Our body is sending so much signals. So, and responding to the body signal immediately is like closing the background apps on your phone. So when your phone has too many apps running in the background, it still works, but it's slower, it's hotter, and it's draining the battery. So the body works the same way. If you ignore signals like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, I have a strong thirst, or I'm hungry, like my breathing is shallow or tight, or my eyes hurts, or pain in the body, or fatigue, or late night. All these signals, they don't stop. They stay open as background process and consuming the mental energy. So, but when you respond more quickly, the internal alarm stops and cognitive inhibition lifts and the nervous system stabilizes and attention sharpens, action becomes more clean. So your system returns to single task mode, which is the highest efficiency state. This is the basic neurological load management. So not all signals are equal, so think them as 3 layers. So those act now, like urgent biological alarms, which will act now, like bathroom needs, like if you are meeting, like unless you are the speaker, otherwise, like you really need to take care of your needs, other than have the thought, oh, is it convenient? Oh, it's not convenient. Oh, I don't know this place. It takes time to. No, just go. It will create a trust in yourself. It will create the trust in you. So take care of the bathroom needs, take care of the strong thirst, breathing discomfort or chest tightness or any acute pain. You need to take care of it. And clear low blood sugar. These signals do not fade with the willpower. So act now. Ignoring them will force the brain to continuously monitor risk. And this drains attention and increase stress chemistry. So to be more efficient and successful, we need to take care of those urgent body signals. And there are some signals we can handle a little bit soon, okay, my eye having fatigue from the screens, right? So also, I have been sitting here for an hour. So there's some stiffness or body need to be stretched. So, or mild hunger, or need a movement after long sitting, or temperature discomfort. So this doesn't crash the system instantly, but it kind of distract you in some way. So they slowly leak focus and increase tension. So we take care of them. If we ignore that long enough, then it move into the red zone. And then there are structural lifestyle factors those sleep patterns, chronic stress load, especially a lot of suppressed emotions, and lack of exercise or diet qualities. And the chronic muscle tension. So this you can reflect back and finding what works for you or get some help, but they do not require instant reactions. So these are determining your baseline energy, your mood, and judgment capacities. And also, your brain was learning from repetition. If you ignore those body signals repeatedly, then the brain was kind of learning, let's control the environment and ignore the body. So it will tend to like have a habit of over control the patterns, or has a chronic low level stress mode, and the execution will be intense. It's not a very relaxed way because you have to control something, put something under control. So the system always stays slightly overloaded all the time. So the effectiveness drops even if productivity looks like high. So, but if you take care of these basic needs, and despite there like some, maybe you learn some mindset things from society or from family, like if you respond consistently, you are training a different loop that, you have a sensation, a sense, then you act, and then reset, then you get focus. So the short reset then you allow multiple short resets in your life. So it's like a deeper concentration, and you're more easy to get faster acquisition. So this is actually a common rhythm in high performance. They don't grind continuously, they close loop quickly, so the system stays clean. So think about those body is like your computer saying like updates required. If you keep ignoring it, the computer still runs, but it becomes laggy, overheated, or unstable. If you run the updates, it takes a few minutes or even 10-20 minutes, but they run everything smoothly. Like responding to your body is simply like running the updates when prompted. So especially those very basic things, you try to respond and see the difference in your life, how you feel about yourself, how you trust, what you can reflect back, notice and reflect back, write it down and reflect back. That works really well. And there's one thing, another hidden energy drain is very important. It's really about the sovereignty. So you either speak up or you hold stress. If you're not saying what needs to be said, it's something that matters to you. If it's something matters to you and you stay silent just to keep the situation comfortable, or just to maintain the relationship, or try to have someone like you, so that energy doesn't disappear. Where does it go? It has to store in your system, in your body. So that unspoken resistance was sitting inside your body. So speaking up doesn't really mean conflict. It means like you are aligning your truth. You deliver your, for example, if a vendor doesn't deliver the quality you expect, you need to clarify your expectations, like when you need, what you need, and when you need. If there is a session, the environment is not right, then we need to speak up and adjust the conditions. So when a boundary is crossed, we need to communicate calmly. We can still communicate calmly and kindly, but we need to be clear. And if you train your nervous system, most time you can communicate calmly, and things can change. And the conflict is not scary. I used to be scared of conflict a lot. So, but now I'm okay with it because I do all this work. So the conflict is more like, okay, we have different systems. So when you see the difference, you can actually learn from it and become an even more efficient system. So, okay, back to the voice. When your voice is blocked, the body holds tension. And when your voice is open, the system relaxes because you get the energy out, you get your words out, and the thing can change. That's why many people notice the more they establish sovereignty and open the voice, the healthy, the stronger they feel. Really, they feel like they're leading their life. And another layer of this is in China. In Chinese, we sometimes describe health like one of the very important thing in health is 肝气调达, which means the liver the qi in the liver flows smoothly. So in practical terms, it means like doing things aligned with your truth, choosing what genuinely brings you joy, moving forward what feels right internally, and speaking up when something feels wrong. So health is not only about nutrition or exercise, it's really about whether your daily life matches your internal signals. And it really resides in each micro moment's choice. When you repeatedly go against yourself, the system tightens. When you live aligned, the system opens. And you can figure different ways to make your system more efficient. But an open system uses less energy because it doesn't need to suppress these emotions. It doesn't need to suppress or putting all this energy on controlling the environment. It's a relaxed, efficient system. You can use the more energy on creating the thing really matters to it. So why these directly affect success? Because success requires a clear judgment, fast action, emotional stability, and sustained energy. And any unmet body needs create an open internal loop. And if you have multiple loops, it means like a heavy cognitive load, more cautious decisions, and slower execution, reduce creativity. So if you can closing this loop quickly, means mental bandwidth for strategy and actions. So these fundamentals are not softer wellness ideas. They are actually very basic, important performance infrastructures. And the fundamental of real self-love, not only give you something nice, a dinner, or get a fancy vacation, a nice car, which is all very nice. I enjoy them too. But the self-love is not only saying I love you by looking at the mirror, which it helps, but it's really fundamentally it's operational. It looks like allowing the support, making connection, notice what makes you happy, what works for you. Hang out with friends, responding to your body signals, and speaking your truth, choosing alignment and joy. Small actions repeated daily. And these are the fundamental basics. And from these basics, the health stabilizes, and energy increase, and success becomes easier to build. And then you are become a new person who can speak your truth and align. So it's not really about doing more. It starts with success doesn't really about doing more. That is nice. Yeah, it's really about take the aligned action, support when needed, respond when signaled, following your guidance, your internal guidance, and sovereignty. Really, it's the sovereignty when it matters. So your body, your voice, your truth move in the same direction, and your system stop wasting time, and everything works better. So I want you to just take a quick reflection in your life where you can use this sovereignty a little bit more. In which area did you allow support? Do you respond to your body signals? If you are already tired and your family member want you to give them a ride, what would you say? Are you saying things? Are you abandon yourself to for when you fall into the archetype of mother archetype? So There are the things that you can put some thought through. I'm not saying this is right or that is wrong. You know what feels right for you, right? You know your capacity. So put some thoughts here, and I will see you next week. This is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and see you. Bye.